The soft life is not free and the pretty life is not passive. If you're a high value woman in today's society that's saving a little bit of money, even if it's $20 a week, you're taking care of your health and you're staying away from toxicity and negativity, it's time that your income matches your aura. I am sick and tired of women not knowing how to navigate the financial waters of life. So I made this video especially for the girls to give you the top 5 income sources that you need to have as a young woman in today's society. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, and you can use this advice at your own risk. These are just things that I've learned after coaching people in life and things that I've even implemented in my clients' life in order to help them succeed. I have to say things as disclaimers to legally protect myself, but I highly recommend every single one of these. And if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Sumi. I'm a life coach. I talk a lot about relationships, marriage, business, lifestyle, all the above. And if you want to stay on top of all my videos, hit that bell notification, click the links down below if you ever want to connect with me. Let's just jump into today's episode. Now, before I go into this episode, I want to be very, very clear. There are 3 prerequisites that I need y'all to have. Number 1, you gotta be saving money. You have to be saving a little bit of money every single paycheck. I don't need it to be a lot of money. I just need you to not spend more than you are bringing in. We cannot be drowning. We cannot be in a position where we're just hemorrhaging money, because if that's the case, you need to decrease your lifestyle. You need to cut back on some bills. You need to move back home with your parents. You got to do whatever you got to do to stop the bleeding. Number 2, I need you to be taking care of yourself. I need you to be in the best shape of your life. I need you to be taking care of your makeup, your presentation, because this is also very important. If you guys haven't already realized this in life, people that look good get paid more, they get more opportunities, they get doors open for them, and part of my formula here relies on you being able to present yourself in a positive way. Last but not least, number 3, you gotta avoid the vices, the drama, the negativity, the drugs, the toxic boyfriends. I need your mental energy, your health to be okay. You cannot be doing all that nonsense. So cut the alcohol out, cut the drinking and smoking out, cut all the vices out of your life. Some of them are not so bad, some of them are pretty serious. Just try to stay away from negativity. Don't get into an addiction, and we can begin this money-making journey. If you have not done these 3 steps in your life, then I highly suggest that you, number 1, learn to save a little bit of money. Number 2, start going to the gym, start working out, start taking care of yourself, watch some makeup tutorials online. Or number 3, maybe cut some people out of your life. With that being said, income source numero 1, which is active income, your 9-to-5 income. I know 9-to-5s might seem boring, but they're gonna provide you a stable, consistent paycheck. And we need that stability. We need that consistency. We need that predictability to be able to pay our bills every single month. I need my girls to be able to get money in their accounts every single week. And that money that comes in has gotta be pre-assigned to bills, to utilities, to rent, to food, to things that you need to have to live. I need that money to be able to take care of you in the basic needs. The average income for a woman in the United States right now is about $1,000 every single week. So let's just estimate it's anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 a week. Now, this passive income is a massive power move for all the things that I'm explaining in a second here. So let's just jump into income source number 2, which is where this is gonna really make sense. And that is stocks. Stocks, you see people talk about it. You might not know anything about trading. Let me tell you something. You gotta learn, girl. And there is a lot to learn about trading, but there is not a lot to learn about getting started. It is very, very easy to get started. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't freak out. Don't stress. What I want you to do is start passively investing your money. And that means taking the money that you saved, the money that you've, not necessarily used on your own lifestyle, and put it into a brokerage account, a simple brokerage account like Robinhood, and put it in an ETF like VU or SPY. If you don't know what that is, an ETF is an exchange traded fund. It's a basket of stocks that are already picked for you. So they're basically going to do the investing and the management for yourself. These are typically going to net you about 7 to 10% every single year. And sometimes they net even more. These are lower risk than individual stocks. They're phenomenal for beginners. I have a lot of money conservatively invested in ETFs, like me, your boy over here that day trades and does all the swing trading. And they're automatically diversified so that you don't have to do all the research and look at all the risk. Yes, these exist and they're there for a reason. And I highly recommend you take a little bit of money that you save and put it into an ETF. Let me explain the power of an ETF real quick for you. Let's say you're making $5,000 every single month, okay? And let's say you take 20% of that, $1,000 every month, and put it into an ETF at 10% interest every single year. Now it's going to vary, but let's just assume it's going to be 10%. Now that's going to be $12,000 that we're putting aside every single year. And we're going to do that for, let's say, 10 years. How much money would you have? Well, if you do the math, 12,000 times 10 gives you $120,000. So you might say, $120,000 plus a little bit of interest. How much does that interest actually get us? In 10 years, that interest will get you $194,000. Okay, so that is an additional $74,000 that you made just by leaving that money in there and letting it compound. And you might say, great, that's wonderful. That's a lot of money. But what if we just extended that a little bit more? What if we gave that 15 years instead of 10? Okay, let's plug this in here. If you just add half that time, that money basically doubles. So now you have $385,000 instead of $194,000. That's insane. The power of compound interest is really, really interesting. And as you lengthen it out even more, let's say you go to 20 years, this will give you almost $700,000. Pretty insane. But let's say we do 30 years, which is really the sweet spot. I love compounded portfolios for about 30 years. That's a really, really good benchmark to go off of. So if you put $1,000 in for 30 years straight at a 10% rate of interest, you are going to get almost $2 million, right under $2 million. And let me tell you, that's your retirement. And you can live off that 10% rate of interest, and you can make $200,000 every single year. That's just going to come to you passively. That is the power of aggregating a lot of money. So I highly recommend that you save your money. I highly recommend that you don't go and blow it all, and that you're smart with it, and that you can use that money to basically create a portfolio that you can then use to passively live off of. If you have a little bit more money, you're more than welcome to trade options. I run a private group, and you're more than welcome to join that. It's a little bit more risk, and I highly recommend that you start a conservative portfolio first, but I love options trading. We make over 100% a year, and this can really add a lot of money to your portfolio. So let's just say that this is your retirement in the future, and we're not necessarily going to add to our income right now, which is about $3,000 to $5,000. Third stream of income is your online brand, your online presence. People don't necessarily understand this, but social media is here to stay. I don't care what people say, it is here to stay. It is going to grow. And listen, it is going to make a lot of people millionaires, even billionaires. It's time that you put your foot on your gas, or maybe your fingers on your cell phone, and start recording and making some money. Look, I want you to sell something online, not the OnlyFriends stuff, but clothes, presets, makeup, courses, fitness plans, or just go viral and get paid off the views. Number one, you can get paid off the views. If you have a lot of views on your videos, you can get paid off of them. Number two, you can get paid off of brand deals. Brands will literally pay you to post their products and advertisements. And number three, you can create a course, a community, a consulting program, a coaching program, to where you can make money from thin air by talking to people and by selling pre-made products and videos that can then serve people with informational-based content. A lot of the big creators that do the Get Ready With Me's, they're making a ton of money. Sell a PDF, sell a meal plan, sell a fitness program, sell something that you have learned in your life. Everybody has learned something in their life. So everybody knows something that someone should do and should not do. So sell your experience, sell your story, sell yourself in a way that's not going to morally hurt you. If you're serious about this, the top affiliate marketers in social media make roughly $3,000 to $5,000 every single month. So let's add another $3,000 to $5,000 onto our range to put us at $6,000 to $10,000 of potential income. Income source number 4, the weekend hustle. This is the realest bag out there. And honestly, sometimes it can be even bigger than your active income. The weekends are not for fun. The weekends are for you to get ahead. The weekends are for the winners. The weekends are for you to grind and build something of yourself so that you don't have to stay in your 9 to 5 forever. The sooner that you start working the weekends and throwing those away, the sooner that the 9 to 5 becomes a kind of like a thing that you don't really need anymore, because you've got so much money saved, because you've got other income coming in, and because you really figured out how to build a business sometimes, even with weekend income. I'm not saying that you need to go build a business. I'm going to keep it very simple, but I'm talking about serving. I'm talking about bartending, where you can pick up a couple shifts every single weekend. I'm talking about nannying. I'm talking about babysitting. I'm talking about dog sitting. I'm talking about meal prepping for somebody. I had a girl that meal prepped for me every single weekend, and she saved me a lot of money because I ate at home and I ate healthier food. Not only did it help the wallet in my pants, it helped my pants get even smaller because I was losing weight, because she made me really good food. And she made a lot of money every month from doing this with a little bit of effort. She made $500 to $1,000 every month, and she even started her own business now where she makes a full-time income meal prepping food for people. So not saying that I'm taking credit for it. This girl had the vision and she started with me just making a little bit of food. So you can make anywhere from $500 to about $5,000 every single month, because there are certain jobs like bartending that can honestly make more than your income, your active income, in a couple days of work. I'm not here to encourage you to go down the bottle service, only friends path. Like, I don't really want you to do that, because I don't want you to have to sacrifice your morality in any aspect or have those questions or get in trouble with your family. I'm just talking about things that can really allow you to make money. So the nannying, the dog sitting, the meal prepping, the helping a family friend out with their business, helping people organize, cleaning. These are all things that you can do on the weekends just to make a little bit of extra cash. And my last money-making tip, my last income source trick is men. I don't want you to think that I'm telling you that you need to depend on a man. I'm telling you to be strategic, okay? Men will get you anything that you want. If they like you and they approve of you and you bring them peace, stability, comfort, or some kind of stimulation, men are going to take care of you. You don't even have to do anything sometimes. You just have to be you, look good, and men will just open doors for you, give you opportunities, and allow you to make money with them. And I don't want you to ask for money either. I want you to inspire a man to offer. I want you to be soft, smart, elegant, feminine, sharp, intellectual. I want you to be someone that stimulates a man, because men, when they are stimulated, their wallet opens up to a woman that does that. It's not me telling you to do something below the belt. I'm not here to tell you to go become an escort or do something that's ill-advised. I'm telling you to be a high-quality person, to be a high-value individual, because men will buy you drinks, take you out to dinner, take you to experiences, which not only allow you to be stimulated, which saves you from trying to spend money on yourself, but it also gives you money sometimes, because they will literally give you things. Pick the men that are good to you. Pick the men that are generous. Pick the men that are kind. Pick the men that are trustworthy. And pick the men that you actually like. Every girl that I've had in my life, I have taken care of her. I have spent money on her. I've invested into her and the things that she believes in. And I've always looked out for her as much as I can. There are men out there that are more successful, richer, and even better than me. So please be optimistic. There are a lot of good guys out there. And if you're having trouble with men, definitely click the links down below and message me. I will teach you how to work men, how to understand men. If you are not successful with men, it's because men are not valuing you. Because when men value, they will do anything for you. And I need you to get there. Remember, you're not a sugar baby here. You're a queen that's being poured into because you deserve it. When you operate at the highest level of who you are, which I was talking about step number 2 and 3, where you are physically presenting yourself, you are taking care of yourself, your health, and you're also staying out of vices, men will be attracted to you. Men will want you in their lives, and men will encourage you financially a lot of times and invest in you to come closer to them. So with these 3 streams of income, we have an estimate of $6,500 a month to roughly $13,000. And that's a pretty good range. That may not be 6 figures right out the gate, but on the spectrum, it can be potentially even more. And what I want you to understand is that making money really is a reflection of who you are as a person. Money is an energy that's attracted to people. And I need you to have more sources of income being attracted to you. So these are the 5 sources of income that I need you to be able to have. Number 1, your active income. Number 2, your stocks, your portfolio that you're creating for your retirement. This is just something that you should be doing. Number 3 is your online brand presence. Get some brand deals, create some content. Get on social media. It will pay you a lot in the future. I promise you. You will not regret it. Number 4, your weekend hustle, your weekend grind. And number 5, having good men in your life that will help you, that will open doors for you, and that will pour into you. You might have 1, you might have 2, but a lot of women don't have all of them. And I want you to be able to incorporate these in your life to have a better, more fulfilling, more secure, more stable, and just overall a happier life. I hope this video made sense. I really appreciate you for taking time out of your day to watch this stuff. Please share it with someone that you think could benefit from it. And until next time, love you, Sumi out.